Hello, everybody. I'm Chachi. That's Tom. Welcome back to In Our Humble Opinion. We're going over Week 8's games with the Packers and Ravens first. We're going to start with the Ravens because apparently they played before them, even though I think it was at the same time, right? Or, I don't know. The Ravens played
It
at
was the same time, but they start with a B and a C. Go.
right, exactly. Ravens beat lost to the Browns 24-29 at Cleveland. The Browns are now Tuesday. James Winston's first start. Let's go. Tom, what you want me to go first, or you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go first.
Yeah, you do it. Switch it up because I always do it. So.
Yeah, you go first on Green Bay, and I'll go first.
Yeah, here we go. We're gonna switch it up today. Go ahead.
And for the game, I really didn't watch a ton of.
You're funny.
I had to rewatch like the NFL Game Pass.
Me too. I had to rewatch the Packers game.
I watched like the first few series, and I mean, the announcers even said it. John Harbaugh's like, they're playing okay. They're not playing great. You saw it against Cleveland. I mean, you called it, Josh, and you said, hey, that is a tough game for them all the time.
All the time.
Right? And it showed. And, you know, missing out on opportunities like getting interceptions, things like that, will kill you. And, you know, he just saw it. So, you know, I think Jameis Winston gives a little bit of something to Cleveland. Don't get me wrong. I still don't think he's spectacular, but you saw he was able to get the ball down the field. That really hurt the Ravens. I mean, right now the Ravens secondary is just, they don't play well as a unit. You got to really question Eddie Jackson and some of those other safeties besides Hamilton. And, you know, Hamilton and Humphrey are really good. The rest of everybody else is kind of like, dude. I think a lot of what I've seen, though, on film is this, they play such unsound coverage. And, like, Zach Orr's got to figure out how to simplify it. Like, I don't know what he's trying to do in terms of, like, these creative, like, disguises and trying to roll their, like, zones.
But he's putting them in a bad spot.
It doesn't work. Yeah, he puts them in terrible positions all the time, and people are wired. They got to stop. You just got to line up and play simple right now until you get better at just doing that.
Well, you can't do the disguise every play either. It's crazy. You're going to have your people in the wrong position. It's nuts. It's nuts.
You know, the other thing I want to get on too is like all the Ravens fans, like a lot of people are getting on Bateman. Dude, Bateman played okay.
He dropped one ball, but
he played with what I expect him. Yeah, you know, like drops happen all the time. Like, and he's finally getting an opportunity to be kind of a primary dude down the field. Like, he's kind of still developing into that role. You know, the Ravens just, like, I mean, they scored enough to win. It's just defensively, you got to be able to shut down a Cleveland offense that doesn't have any wide receivers and only has Njoku and old Nick Chubb. Actually, though, Nick Chubb was actually running pretty good.
He played really good. They're just giving him a pitch count right now, which I get. He's just got back, but dude, he is still tough as nails, man. Love that guy.
Yeah. Well, and Njoku's a beast, man.
Yeah.
I don't understand what Watson's problem was not throwing him the ball.
Oh yeah.
I just don't get it. Like, that guy needs to be the feature set of your offense.
No, I agree.
Like, seriously, like, No, buddy. You're not gonna play that game. Anyways, yeah. So, sorry, someone's trying to do this weird, like, hey, I'm gonna sneak around you, but I block both lanes. Let's go. And it merges to one. Yeah, take that. We ain't playing no games.
Tom's driving and talking, which is legal. So let me say.
Hey, dude. Atlanta people like to just, you know, make up their own rules. So I said, screw it. You want to do that? I'm going to do that too.
Tom's from Atlanta. Let's go.
Yeah, like, it's a tough game for the Ravens. It's kind of that signature, like, John Harbaugh, like, head scratcher where, you know, dude, on the road, that first drive, kick a field goal.
Yep.
Why are you going for it? Like, I don't understand these coaches and going for it. It drives me up a wall. It makes me really, really insane.
It gives them all the momentum too, because they made a stop on you, and you got the crowd in the game. If you kick that field goal, it's like, oh, they already scored. You know, they got momentum.
So that's all I got, man. You know, it's a stinker. At least the stinker happened now, but on defense, they got to figure out how to simplify things to be effective. If they don't, they're just going to be in trouble when it really matters.
Yeah, I agree with Tom. I think I'm going to be short and sweet with this. I think they had injuries at DB. Obviously, I think Humphrey's really good when he's healthy, but Like Tom said, every time I watched the games, I was watching the all 22 of this game, and I'm like, what are we moving everybody around for like that? It just doesn't make sense. Sorry, my wife, I had to help her real quick. I don't get it. Like, he moves everyone out of position before the play to try to confuse the other team, but the problem is you're leaving wide open. Like, they had the safety, the linebacker, and the safety were supposed to cover the short stop route in the middle of the field for the tight end. Well, the dude was all the way on the other side of the field, so by the time they tried to disguise it, they disguised the blitz. The guy was wide open, so Jameis just threw the little check down to him. It was 3rd and like 4. I was like, why would you call that on 3rd and 4? Because it's just leaving a guy wide open for like an 8-yard gain. I'm like, no, you don't do that. And it was multiple times. It's like all game. I like Zach Orr. I just don't get the process here. It's like you can't do that every play. I don't have a problem with it. Like the end of the game, people criticize them. Why did you call 7 blitzes in a row? 2 things. They got the pick that ended the game. That was a terrible throw. But I'm saying at least there, I got the strategy there. You were like, they're going to kick this game-winning field goal. We're just going to blitz everyone and try to stop you and get a sack or something to ruin it, right? 100% got that. Where's that kind of thinking in the regular scheme of things? Because the rest of the game is just like, hey, we're going to disguise all this crap when it's like, it's 3rd and like 15. Just play. It's 3rd and 15. Play up. Make the play. Tackle the guy. Let's get. You know what I mean? I don't get it. But like Tom said, the real killer of this game, and John Harbaugh does it all the time. He's 2 games a year where his team just does not look like they were ready. They just come into the game. They play kind of lackluster because this was overall just a bad game. They did not play well. That Justin Tucker, I don't know what's wrong with him because their kicker's kicking 51-yard field goals and this man's barely making a 38-yarder. I don't know what's going on. He missed one, and then the other one made it by like half an inch. He does not look the same. And no one wants to say that, but it's true. It is absolutely true. The thing where people are badgering him for not running the ball, like Tom said, the offense looked fine. And if they catch those balls, they score like 30-something. They were fine. It wasn't their fault. You know? Like Tom said, overwhelming thing here is your defense. The underlining thing here is your defense needs to get better. They really do. They need a better scheme. They need to just play better. And they need to catch the damn ball because, come on, guys. You can't leave that on the field because that'll lose you a lot of games against good teams if you keep giving them second chances. Look what happened in this game. He gave you the game. You dropped the ball, Kyle Hamilton. I love Kyle Hamilton. You dropped the ball. And that was it. And then the next play throws a 35-yard touchdown. So you got to catch the ball when they give it to you, man. Yeah, you really do. You really do. I think they're going to be okay, but like Tom said, you're not beating the really good teams without not even, it doesn't have to be with that offense, you don't need a great defense. You just need a pretty good defense. It doesn't have to be amazing. But the pass rush was non-existent in this game as well, with a Cleveland line that had a rough season so far. I don't know what was going on. They could get no pressure anywhere. Jameis was back there chilling. Shout out to Cleveland, though. I don't want to go against them. Their defense showed up. They really did. They played really tough.
Myles Garrett and Zadarius Smith really hurt. Like, Rosenberg looked like a rookie. Like,
yeah,
he would overset. Zadarius would go inside. Like, they were just pinning their ears back and going, right? Like, it was not a good matchup for the tackles right now that the Ravens have.
No, and if Lamar wasn't Lamar, he would have got sacked like 15 times. So.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like Rosenberg had a really hard time with Zadarius. It was like, I was just like, dang, dude, like you gotta. And I think he had a hard time because Zadarius just was getting off the ball and pinning his ears back and so he would try to get out of his stance. And there's just a lot of times I'm like, dude, you're oversetting so bad, it ain't good.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, that's, sometimes you have stinkers like that. The other thing I'll say, too, is, dude, that field is rough to play on.
It is.
I don't know. So there's 2 things I noticed in the league this week. Number one, I don't know if, like, the mid-season point, you're starting to see players, like, the fatigue really starts to play in. But then also, number 2, I'm really, really curious about, dude, even in Jacksonville, dude, that field was rough to play on. And I'm like, these guys just don't look fast. They look like they're falling everywhere. And like you saw that Zay Flowers one, the one where Lamar threw it over his head, like the route, he was slipping and eating it, and some of that's technique, but some of that too. I'm like, dude, this guy runs pretty good routes. Like,
oh yeah, but I saw people
there's some other factors that just kind of play into it and make it really hard.
I saw people getting on Lamar too. I'm like, it's hard to throw a good pass to somebody when you don't know where the hell they're going. Like, I'm not blaming Zay, but I'm like, he was just like, what the, is he going deep now or what? It's just like, you try to lead him and it's just a mess. Zay did a pretty good throw for how you couldn't really tell where he was going. I'm like, you hold the ball like, are we doing this? Zay's really good. Like, I like the Ravens, like you said, Bateman, look, should he caught the ball? Yeah. Sun was in his eye, though. You know, it really was. It was all. Now the Hamilton one, I can't defend him. That was sad. I'm like, bro, he threw you a lollipop. That thing was a perfect spiral, not even thrown hard. It's like, man, Ed Reed is salivating somewhere. He would have caught that with one hand and been like, I'm about to run this back. He even had because you even gave him momentum. Ed Reed would have ran. Sorry, I love Ed Reed. I'm sorry, everybody. That's my boy. Who don't love Ed Reed? The player. I don't really know Ed Reed, so I'm not going to act like he's like my best buddy or anything. But, I like Ed Reed, the player. But, yeah, overall, I think they're going to be fine. But apparently, like Tom said, I saw that they're working on the jugs machine. But they did everything to lose this game. And the Ravens, honestly, this is the thing I could say that's good for them. I think the only way they lost this year was by beating themselves, which isn't good or bad. But it's just like, if they play their A game, they're hard to beat. Problem is, sometimes you get their D or C game, and this is what happens. You got to show up, guys. And the thing with John Harbaugh, I think me and Tom talked about it. I don't mean to harp on it, but like Tom said, sometimes the message just it gets stale, man. And my thing is, this is every year. You never fix this. You get 2 games a year where this team just looks like they don't know what they're doing, and it's just like, why is this a game right now? And they look lackluster and out of position, and it's just. They're gonna be fine, but it was a bad loss. They gave you, this was a win where it was there for you, and like I told everybody, because Tom understands this, divisional games are divisional games. They're tough. It's never gonna be easy. It's gonna be a dogfight. You got to be ready for it. You can't come in there like, oh yeah, we're gonna be fine. You're gonna lose. And that first drive, please kick the field goal. Please kick the field goal. Or if you're going to run a play there, why are you taking Lamar out of the equation? You basically told them we're running the ball against a physical front. I don't get it. Put Lamar in the shotgun with it spread out. That's smarter. At least he can run for a yard. You understand what I'm saying, Tom? Like, I don't understand it. Very weird play call.
It was the Ravens have always struggled with 4th down calls. I always think they're really dumb. They just really are.
They are.
They're never really done. They get way too cute. So
I feel like they have a offense that's built on like being tough, and sometimes they want to be like the Lions and stuff, where they have like these like trick plays, and I'm like, but you're not good at them. You look very like you don't practice them all the time.
Yeah, exactly. No, they do. But
the Lions, when they run it, it looks smooth. When Green Bay runs the jet sweeps, it looks really smooth. When you guys run it, it looks like you guys don't know what you're doing. It's like, oh, we don't do this a lot. Yeah, well, just be the power team then. You're fine. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing if you're not good at it. You can be your kind of team. But they always got to be like, oh, look, we do the Wildcat. We do that, and then we do it terribly. And I'm like, why are you doing it then? And you can't do it. It's fine. Just don't sit there and be like, oh, yeah, we got wrinkles that no one wants us to run because we suck at it. It's like that stupid thing where they put the tight end at quarterback and they get false start every time. I'm like, why?
Because why not?
Let Charlie Kohler block. Stop putting that man at quarterback. He ain't a quarterback, okay?
Well, dude, I'll be honest with you though too. I'm not like I don't know if I doubt John Harbaugh's on the hot seat, but he kind of should be.
Yeah.
Like, just being really honest, like, some of these losses this year, you just get to a point like it gets old, and he's done it for, and the NFL stands for not for long. I'm not calling for his name, but like a job, but seriously, like change sometimes is not a bad thing, and he's done it for a really long time, and you just gotta question sometimes, like, hey, when are you gonna, you gotta do something different. Like clearly this doesn't work. It's just reality.
No, and they're talking about they're talking about everything, and I'm like, well, you gotta make sure you don't waste Lamar while he's young, because once he gets old, then it's like your window's kind of shutting. You know what I mean? Just being honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, another thing to say too about this game, it's really hard to win on the road in the NFL.
It is.
And you know what? Even the bad teams, again, these are elite teams. This isn't like college where like, oh hey, you got upset on the road, like it was Temple lost to Kennesaw State or whatever, or whoever. No, it was Liberty, right? Like at Kennesaw State, and the whole 200 fans rushed the field. You know, like that's not.
No.
That's a totally different upset.
Well,
like
yeah, everybody on these teams
league.
Everybody on these teams were really good.
All these teams are good. It's just a question of, hey, like sometimes it clicks for you, sometimes it doesn't. I truly think like wear and tear matters, and you know, I mean, like I said, that you know, you're kind of at this point, unless you have a really big come to Jesus moment, teams kind of are what they are.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
So it'll be really interesting to see if they're going to make enough adjustments with who they are this year to say, hey, you know, to actually win. I don't know.
And congratulations to the LA Dodgers, because the Yankees suck, and I said it. Your fans suck. Lucky you're
that was hilarious. 3 errors in 1 inning.
Yes.
I'm like, Rizzo, what are you doing? Just run to first.
Baseball analyst. No, I'm glad they lost, because your fans need to keep their damn hands off the players. This is what I don't like. If if Mookie Betts would have punched that dude in his face, I was gonna call him fat. You know what? Anyway, would have punched him in the face. He would have got sued and everything. This dude's grabbing his man's hand when he's catching the ball. I'm like, don't be touching people, bro. If you go for the ball, that's different. I don't have a problem with that. You're going for the ball, it's in the stands. And you start grabbing the man's glove. Come on now. Anyway, let's go to the Packers at the Jaguars. Packers win 30-27. Tom, I like the resilience who won the game. It was a little crazy how tough it was against the Jaguars. I do think that team, though, is a lot better than their record, like as far as their talent. They just, like, I think we talked about them before, they just haven't put it together. I don't understand it. Jordan Love, sometimes he's risky, but sometimes I'm like, what is he doing? You know, it is a little crazy. I think me and you were talking about that last week. Some of his throws are a little crazy sometimes when you have like the pass right there, you throw it. Love Josh Jacobs. That guy was worth every penny, man. What a legend. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's glad he's out of Las Vegas. You know, and the NFC North is pretty crazy right now, man. How about the Bears though? That was sad. We'll get into that later. That's what they get. Karma will get you. It finds a way. But I think the Packers are looking pretty good defensively. The like Tom, we just talked about the Ravens, right? His team catches the ball. The Packers will catch the ball. That is, McKinney's a legend, by the way. That is the closest thing to Ed Reed we've had in a while. Okay, catches everything. Smart guy. What a deal that was. But I think their only issue right now, they got every team has issues. It's fine. But what was his name? Oh my God. The edge guy. I always forget his name. He's been kind of Rashawn Gary. He like Tom. We were talking about it. I think they miss a lot of holding calls on him. But also, I think he's playing okay. He's doing a decent. I think he's doing better than the stats say. But he's not playing great. I agree. But I don't think he's playing terrible either.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at the NFL Plus. They have that NFL Pro, which is like all the next gen stats.
Yeah.
They do a really good job of like you can actually watch like tape from last year's rushes versus this year. And what was different last year is Joe Barry lined up the ends very wide. And what it does is it just lets Gary get off and go and use his speed. And he'd get under guys. He doesn't have more than one pass rush move, right? That's just not his game. And that's fine. There's a lot of good pass rushers in the NFL that only have like one move or one or two moves. But what they're doing now is what he was bad at last year is he never set an edge. You just run upfield and you get washed and you create these natural seams. Well, now they are really, really pushing him to say, hey, you need to set an edge. All those ends, and that's what they're doing. And they're doing a really good job of it. They actually have really good get-off. They're doing a good – but the sack numbers just aren't there because of the way – I think what will change that is when these defensive tackles start getting the pressure they need to get. That's the really, really tough thing right now.
And before I hand it over to Tom, I just am worried about Jordan Love's like perpetuancy to keep getting hurt. I'm hoping it's not like going to be a thing because that hurts your team. Even though Malik Willis, I won't lie, you guys have one of the thanks to the Titans being so smart. And we don't need him. We got Will Levis. Do you? Do you got Will Levis? Do you?
Well,
the man's going to be a better mayonnaise salesman than a quarterback right now. Okay, saying that. Anyway. Love Malik Willis though, very good backup. I think he might get a chance somewhere eventually. I really think he's a talented young player. I think he could help somebody. Look, if Anthony Richardson, we'll talk about this after we're done. If Anthony Richardson got a shot somewhere, I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. Being a team that has a quarterback that runs around all the time, Lamar, who runs them last 2 plays last week, he ran for like 20 seconds to give him a shot to throw to the end zone. Didn't come out on either play, okay? Just saying. I mean, not tap out. Anyway, Tom's team's fine. I'm just hoping Jordan Love's okay. Love Reed. Jalen Reed's a
Jordan Love, I think my big concern with him right now, honestly, is the turnovers. I mean, he keeps getting hurt, but dude, the guy really hurt his knee. I don't think, and the fact he's been playing is a testament to him.
Yeah, he's got grit. He does.
Like, look, Malik Willis is a solid backup, but you can see the throws that Love can make.
Yeah.
Like,
no, 100%.
Willis is good. Like, there's no quarterback controversy. What I'd be curious in this Detroit game, if Love plays, do they put specific packages in there with Willis to really
smart.
screw with? Like, they should. There's no quarterback controversy, but
no.
I think it would throw it could potentially get you a score or an explosive play, or it's worth it. And also, like, you can't imagine after a groin injury, like I've had one.
Oh, that hurt.
And you pull that is hard. You know, it's not easy to keep mobility.
Yeah, we all joke about, you're groin, ha ha ha. That shit hurts though. That's like one of the I've had that before. That is awful. Ugh. That's why, you know what, the worst injury for me, like when I would hear it, torn groin, I was like, oh god, it sounds terrible. Anyway, good time. Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, his health this year has been definitely a challenge and super frustrating when you think about it. Like, you're really hoping that,
well, to your point about Jordan though, he missed 2 games and look at his stats. The guy's a monster, man. It's really good. Really good.
I mean, like I said, it's really tough. I don't want to take away from his ability, like, to try to take chances, but sometimes, like, dude, that pick he threw early in the game, again, it's in the red zone. It's like, dude, nothing was open. Throw the ball out of bounds. Just please, for the love of God, sometimes just throw it out of bounds and humor me. Like, that's all I ask. Like, you don't have to fit every dang ball in there. And, like, that one, there was no reason to. And it's just, like, to me, it's maddening. It's like, I don't get it. Like, you have a talented arm, but, dude, Favre can't make that throw. So,
I agree.
I mean, like, dude, the Packers' offense truly is predicated on the run game. Yeah. And, like, that's the nice thing when Willis gets in there, all of a sudden it's like, hey, they got to run the ball. So, yeah, I'm just I'm really, like,
no, and I think
Josh Jacobs.
You said
it's phenomenal with, like, you can actually give him the ball.
Yep. I was going to say
times, that. You know, give him the ball 30 times, and he can win you a game.
Yep.
Like, that's why the Packers paid him the money. Mm-hmm. No offense to Aaron Jones, but Aaron Jones is not doing that. He never could do that.
Nope.
And it's huge. It makes a massive difference in this offense. We'll see with, like, defensively they struggled. I think Evan Williams getting hurt was a big – it's kind of crazy to think that, hey, Jordan, that what's-his-face is that important. But, like a rookie like that. But, they just, like, Bullard looked like he was on skates sometimes. He looked very confused. Sorry, guys,
shout out to Tucker Craft.
We're stuck in traffic and we have crying babies, so it's kind of sometimes how it
lands. It was okay.
Anyways, Green Bay, you know what I like is Green Bay, they came up, they found a way to win, right? They are a tough, resilient team. That will matter when you get in these tough situations. This week against, honestly, against the Detroit, I had no idea what's going to happen. I'll be really honest with you. Jared Goff is terrible in bad weather, Bad weather and outdoors. And the way to beat that team is you have to get after him. Green Bay's pass rush has to show up. So we'll find out, man. We really, really, really will.
Oh, I won't lie. They look good too, the Lions, because I think that game proved with them. Jared Goff didn't have to do anything in the game. They just are a well-oiled machine right now. I cannot hate. They look really tough. I'm not gonna lie. And testament to
I honestly right now I would pick Detroit to win the game just because their injury no one's talking about, and this has actually been really frustrating. I don't know what Goody was doing, but I know what he did. You had to pay what's his face, but seriously, Jair Alexander is never on the field, and I'm getting to a point I don't know, man. He seems to me like somebody I ought to be willing to let walk, because it's at some point, man, the best way to do it, guys, is you take the number of games, the total number of games in the season, you divide how many they actually played up, that's the numerator, and then you take that number and multiply it by their salary, and that's actually how much they cost,
okay.
Right? And when he's not out there, again, he constantly gets hurt. And there's just at some point, it's dude, you're talented, but you got to be out there.
Yeah, true.
I'm sorry, you don't tackle anybody anymore because of your shoulder. It's tough, man. There's a lot of times it's just really, really tough to I hope he's okay. He's really that talented. I think in this Jeff Halfway system, it's beautiful for him. That's why they switched to this. But at some point, man, you gotta stay healthy. You have to find a way. You can't keep getting hurt. Which is a lot to ask when you may not always have control of that with your body, but
mm-hmm.
It's a lot of money at one position when you're probably the second or third highest paid corner in the NFL, and I would argue the past few seasons he's out for at least 6 to 7 games every year.
I think it's going to be. I think Green Bay is going to be okay, but this weekend's going to be a wild game. Like Tom said, it's going to be tough because Georgia's a little banged up. The Detroit's rolling. It's going to be. We'll see, but hey, I have faith. It's be a good game, man. Okay, Tom, you want to just go into random topics?
I think it'll be a good game and it'll be close. I really do.
We'll go to random topics about the league, Tom.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, go ahead, just spitball. What do you want to talk about? What we got?
I still want to laugh at the Jets. It's really funny.
Yes.
And then just the whole situation, and also, hey, do you think, it's just funny. It's incredible how much of a disaster that all is.
Yeah.
The trades, dude, the sneaky good trade, Cam Robinson going to the Vikings to get to replace their left tackle.
That was smart, yeah.
Who's really good. That was actually a really smart move. It helps solidify that and not put a ton of pressure on a rookie.
Here are all the scores, everybody. I'm showing from this week.
Let's see. I don't know, the other trades this week, the Ravens getting Deontay Johnson, sure, it helps, I guess. I don't know. I feel like he's a journeyman already. I don't know if he's really that good, but sure.
My thing is it's the offense. I think it helps, but I'm I think a guy that gets dragged, I know he dropped the ball in that game, but Nelson Aguilar is a pretty good third receiver, man. He really is. That speed's very nice to have. I don't know how much you needed him, but hey, now you got 4 of them, I guess. But whatever.
It doesn't hurt. It never hurts to have depth in the NFL.
But if Derrick Henry keeps averaging 7 yards a carry, I doubt you're going to be throwing every play. Okay, I'm just saying, guys. I think I want to go over the same thing Tom did real quick, like the Jets. Guys, what's that? That meme was right. Left the 2-5 team to go to a 2-5 team, and I can argue the Raiders played very tough this weekend. The Jets, what are you doing? The Patriots? What? Bruh. Your quarterback ain't who he was. Who you gonna fire now?
Yeah. Dude, it's bad, man. And I think I will be surprised if the Jets bring Aaron back next year.
Yeah.
I don't think, and honestly, that franchise is going to be in one of the, dude, that reset is going to be.
Well, you went so all in with him that you made the you made the cap broken with these old players playing them all this money. It's a mess, dude. It's a mess. And I want to get into
Oh,
the
dude,
refereeing.
they're gonna have to trade like guys like Sauce and like Quinn Williams
Yeah.
to get draft capital
Yep.
back, and basically you're gonna have to go cheap. That's the only way I see it.
Yep.
Even like Devontae Adams, like it's like okay, like I mean if I'm Devontae, it's like dude, you're back with your boy, but this ain't gonna magically change anything.
No, he's not going to be. He's a lot older than you. He's going to retire, and you're going to be stuck on a terrible team again.
Yeah, man. Like
I don't get it.
it's
I want to give Pittsburgh credit.
I want to give Pittsburgh.
I want to give Pittsburgh.
Like what they're doing is just
I want to give Pittsburgh credit too, but also want to be fair. They're playing terrible teams and winning, and they lost to the Cowboys, which I still don't know how they lost that game, but whatever. Overwhelming thing is I think Russell Wilson's much better for this team. He just fits their team because they only need a couple throws a game with their defense and their running game, and he makes them, and he's really good with the deep ball. I do think the referees also have been, and I understand it's hard, but my God, they've been terrible. Sam Darnold gets his neck flipped around, and the one guy is literally staring at him when guys, do your job, please. I don't know what to say, Tom. I don't know. And Anthony Richardson, my God, I don't even think okay, the tapping out's one thing. Dude, just lying. No one told him, hey, just be like, oh, my tweaked my hamstring or something. Don't. Oh my God, he said it and smirked. Lie. Self-awareness, my friend. Just be like, oh yeah, my knee.
I mean, I think he did it because he's probably embarrassed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he was gassed because he'd been running around a lot before that. But
oh, come
dude,
on,
you
gotta play.
I don't know, man. Just audible to a handoff the next play. It's just I just let everyone defend oh, he's such a competitive guy. I'm like, whatever. Again, at Florida, he looked like Tarzan. He played like Jane. And you're still seeing it.
Well, I blame their scouts. You should have known. You knew what I'm like, guys.
I never understood how he became this top quarterback in that draft class.
No, me either.
Really, really don't.
Me either. What is it? Well, my thing is, what does 40 time and jumping have to do with a quarterback? What are we doing? They're not. Pat Mahomes ain't the most athletic human in the world. He's just really good at throwing. That's what you need, and analyzing stuff. That's what you need. You don't need I don't need him to look like Cam Newton. Okay.
No, you need a guy that can lead and make plays. And like I said, he lost the game against the Packers. He single-handedly lost it because he couldn't make throws that are just not that hard. The Packers had nothing. They literally scored 16 points. You scored 10. And you're in the red zone twice, and the Packers got a turnover and, were able to do something. It is what it is, man. There's nothing you can really do, but you got to really, I don't know, you just got to question.
And two things.
You got to question the front office on that pick, man.
And let's give love to Sexy Dexy, man. Dexter Lawrence is kicking butt this year. What a terrible team, but I know he's kicking butt. I got 12 sacks. He's going crazy. That dude's a beast, man.
Giants, if they got a quarterback,
yes, dude. That running back they found, bro. That running back they found, he can play. I'm like, yo, who is this? This is a touchdown.
Yep. What I don't understand with that team is why they don't.
Quietly, Saquon said, I left because of our quarterback. You know that's why. That dude sucked.
Dude, that's got to be one of the, it is the most, to me, it's one of the most, just damning things ever of, hey, I'm going to.
We're going to play him.
You got to
no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah. Nope, I got to, I think it's just insane.
I do too. So, I don't get it. That defense is really, really good. That whole defense is solid. That is a really good defense. Their pass rush, Thibodeau's good. Their corners are solid.
Dude, think about this, dude. They let McKinney walk, and they're still really solid.
Yes.
If they still have McKinney, woo!
Yeah, you know how you keep McKinney? By not paying Daniel Jones all that money. Just saying.
So dumb, man, dude. No offense to Daniel Jones, man. Well, I mean, their owner, he thought he had the next coming of Eli with him. And because they used to have whatever, It wasn't Gunther.
Tom, you know Eli ain't my
Coach at Duke.
Tom. You know Eli ain't my boy or nothing, but Eli had a gun. Okay, he had an arm. This dude got a water pistol. That thing, some of them throws. The one when Neighbors had to like catch it like a punt still makes me laugh. I was like, Jesus, he was like still waiting for that ball. I was like, okay. Okay.
Oh no, dude! You preach to the choir, man. It's just it's funny and it's a joke, but yeah, like I would, yeah, they're just in trouble. I don't know what else to say. They really are.
Yeah, I still can't. I'm just.
I mean, what sucks is I think Dable's gonna get fired, but I think he's a good coach.
Yeah, me too.
Like, that's the thing, and he should. But like, you can't. As a head coach, you gotta eventually, like, dude, you gotta put Drew Lock in there and just see what you got. Like, if it's bad, whatever. At least you're going down swinging. Like,
and the 40.
You know, they're like.
The Cowboys, you're a mess. But the 49ers, this is the thing I was talking about. I don't dislike Brock Purdy. He's just okay. Yeah, he's okay. He's good. He's a good player. Not great. Good. Done. That's all I gotta say. That's it. Like the guy. Every time his people aren't on the field, he's just okay. And that's everybody struggles with that, but he, like, what does Tom always say? He was the last pick for a reason, okay? He's got limitations. It's okay. This ain't Matt Stafford, buddy. Okay. And he got the Georgia pedigree, bro.
Yeah, exactly, man. So.
And the Titans are a mess.
I mean, they played like a Dallas. They honestly, they're like the 49ers played a Dallas team. I mean, it was a good get-right game for them to a point, right? Like, kind of get some things figured out. But, again, Dallas is down so many players. And, I mean, Dak, you want to talk about something bad? What is Dak doing?
Yes.
Like, some of his throws, like, dude,
yeah.
you paid all that money. Like, that is just pathetic. I'm sorry.
It is.
Like, come on. Come on. Like, seriously.
I agree.
Whatever, man.
But anyway, that's our thoughts on the rest around the league. Go Jets, right? Yeah. But all right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe for more content. And as always, Tom.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Vanderbilt's better.